bringing new bottles in every day. So then months later, across the country in New York, he stayed at another Ritz-Carlton, and on his bed was a 6-pack of that ginger ale with a note that says, "Hope you like your stay here as much as you liked it in California."
Wow.
How much did that cost them? How much value is that? That story is in multiple books now, right? Because of what they did. It doesn't have to be a lot of money if it's thoughtful. I'll show you how to tactically make sure it's thoughtful in a second, okay? My God. So for us, we had a client, Simile Zoe, who we love dearly, and we've been working with her for a while. She closed a home a few years ago, and she's getting another home. She's been working on an adoption for over a year. It finally came through on May 1st, so we have been prepared for months for this, and we got her 2 shirts for her 4-year-olds that says, "I'm officially a Zoe." And so we gave those to her as soon as the adoption was final. She posted it on Facebook. I didn't even ask her to. She wrote a review. Oh my God, sent me this nice thank you note, the gift. How powerful that, sent me a referral. I mean, it was like, hey, okay, everything we talked about. But it's because we genuinely cared, but we just tactfully showed it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So your job is just to find those 8 people. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Exactly how to do it in 30 minutes a day. Well, it's never off your radar. Cool? Okay. Builders, you guys go after builders, you know that. 10 whale list, you gotta have whale list. Look at that for time's sake. And then a video program. We already talked about this. Your VIPs, your past clients, builders, your database, getting your message out there in video, right? So whether it's in private Facebook groups, you can blast Facebook if you want. I like groups better, connections, networked pieces better to do that stuff, but do what you do. But make sure it's getting out to those people, all right? The last thing on this piece, and this is about casting the vision. Casting the vision is more about keeping your vision in front of you and the people that depend on you in front of them too. Does that make sense? So do you guys do theme day calls? Do you have a power hour blocked out every single day of the week for calls, just calls? Okay. Do you have those themed? Does it just say prospecting? Does it say call time? What does it say?
Yes. I mean, for me, it's just prospecting.
Okay. I used to do the same one too. I think most of us did. And that is good, right? It's better to have that. But what has been much more powerful the last several years is to be very specific. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific, right? The brain doesn't think like that, okay? The reticular activating system is wired a specific way. So we need to see it because we're teleological beings, right? You don't even brush your what? Teleological.
No, but
Reticular activating system?
yes.
So reticular activator. So reticular activator helps you bring things, it helps you manifest. It's the gestalt. It's a discrepancy production, discrepancy reduction. It's a whole different thing. So, but the point is we're teleological, which means you don't do anything until you see it in your mind first. You don't brush your teeth until you see it in your mind. Does that make sense? So when you say prospecting, how big is that? That's like marketing. It's like 1,000 jobs in marketing. Does that make sense? The brain doesn't process. It takes you a time to get into that mode when you get that call. You're like, the first 15 minutes are what? Who am I calling? What's going on? What am I gonna call? I gotta make this one call and then, no. You don't have much time, right? We gotta get tight. So, for me, Wednesday, like Mondays is top 40 realtor calls. Top 40. I call my top 40, I have a list I call. Tuesdays is status updates. Wednesdays is actually prospecting, call 10 new realtors. Specifically, and then I have a list on my desk, right? Then I have database on Thursdays, and Fridays are VIPs. Opposite for us, but this gives you an idea. This is just a way. Maybe one of the best ways to detail in your calendar power hour time to make it super impactful. So you're in and out of it, right? Because you got other stuff to do that's pulling at you. So top 50 VIPs on Monday. This is what you do. Status calls Tuesday. All your sellers, all your buyers, super easy. Hot leads and old leads. That's Wednesday. Thursday, top 50 past clients. Blow up a few of those, right? You got your ABC calls. You got your top 5 and the top 50. And then Friday's your cold calling day. Okay? Friday cold calling day, going into the weekend. You've done a lot, you feel good, you're confident, you crushed your calls, you got some appointments, you're riding high, right? When's the best time to go and do something that's a little you got more confidence. Does that make sense? So it's strategically designed, okay? Helpful at all? Questions? Okay, I'm telling you right now, this will totally change your power hour. Totally change it, okay? Get in there and get it done. All right, section 4, here we go. This is great, perfect time. So there's another class on building out all these processes. I know you have them. Some of them, if you don't, then great. Just know that they need to be. But excuse me, the processes are critical. Most of us have all kinds of great ideas. I can find 1,000 people with a great idea, but no one knows how to execute it, right? So this is a tactical, simple way for you to execute. So processes, just make sure you have the scripts in the process for these. That's it. Referral out. How do you refer? Okay? What is your follow-up for a referral after you make a connection? Prospecting. The lead to buyer's rep agreement. What's the process there? What do you do? So like the other thing where you have the appointment. do the thank you card, those kinds of things. Just at the major milestones in your business, just make sure you have a little one pager or a half pager so that when it happens in the day, you just go, okay, do this, 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 this. Have you ever read the book, The Checklist Manifesto? Powerful, powerful book about how doctors, high-level paid surgeons said we don't need checklists because we're smart and we're amazing at what we do, like all of us feel we are, right? And we are. And 40% of patients that were going in that were getting 40% were getting either deathly ill or dying on the table from the simple mainline injection, like it was to feed the IV, because they didn't follow a checklist to clean the tubes and do all these things. So that's the basis of a book written by a high-level doctor, and he wrote this book about, I don't care what level you're at, you have to use a checklist. The higher level, the more impact, the more the checklists are needed. Most of us think we're too high level to have a checklist. It's the exact opposite. You gotta have a checklist, even if it's 3 things. Does that make sense? At the major milestone points. Make sure you're making an impact strategically. You have to turn your instinct to skill. That's how you blow it. Cool? Got it. So, contract closing, all that stuff. Ideas, super brief. If you flip the page, these are just ideas. These are ideas on the setup, the intro letter. You could do a conference call. You could make sure you get the client call to review. During the process, here's our ideas to put on your checklist. Ideas to make high impact points with clients and partners. Does that make sense? That's all it is, to get you started. Closing ideas on the next page. Some of this you already do. Some of this you may not do. Take it as a buffet. But the things that you don't have, make sure you're doing something that's in the process and it makes an impact. This helps it be on paper and make sure it gets done. Cool? Good. Questions? All right. The last piece. Notes if you want. But here we go. I'm going to spend the last 10 pieces on this. This is the exact process I use from Michael Port. If you guys ever know Michael Port, Book Yourself Solid. Beyond Book Solid, he's a big speaker now, but he wrote some amazing books 15 years ago, 20 years ago. This is a process that I use to get relationships with Bob Bodine, the power of who, and the Sports Illustrated calls him the #1 most influential man in sports you never heard of. He's got an office in Legacy. I got a relationship with Michael Port from this, and many other players, that Scott Manguy, Gary Vee, through Jimmy Nelson. I mean, it's just amazing. And local influencers that have helped me blow up my business, right? And be good partners for me, okay? So this is super simple, and we're gonna end on this, okay? This is just an encouragement, obviously, but I'm just telling you it works. It's 30 minutes a day. And what this process is gonna show you is how to make sure that you are sharing your compassion. Those 8 gifts we talked about, sharing your compassion, sharing your knowledge, the videos, all the stuff that you need to do to those people, sharing your knowledge and sharing your connections. If you do those 3 things every day, share your knowledge, share your compassion, and share your connection every single day, your business will explode. You'll have all the business you ever need, okay? This is a tactical, simple way that takes 30 minutes a day to do that. Does that sound helpful?
Yes.
Okay. So, 2, you can do this in your CRM, Mike. You can do this in Google. It doesn't matter where you do it. You create 2 task lists. One is the 7 habits of master networkers. That's the one list. You're just going to create that task list. Done. Create a second task list. Keep in touch. Super simple. So you got 2 task lists now in whatever system you want to use, okay? Or in paper if you like that. Then you're going to create 2 contact lists. The first is a list of 20. By the way, there's a whole class on lists. Yes, there are a lot of lists, but it also is fight the boredom, do it every day, be profitable, make the money you make, take care of your family, go have fun, okay? So a list of 20 is one list, and then a compassion list is the second list. You're gonna make 2 lists and 2 task lists. That's it, contact list and task list. Here's all you do. Every morning you get up, you spend an hour now, and you've made your compassion list for people that you know right now that need compassion. That took me a couple weeks to build, and I just went on Facebook every day, and I just made sure I was radar on antenna up, and made notes of people that were going through something, either big or not, right? That needed compassion. And then it just built up where every day it took 5 minutes. But you have that list, people that need compassion from you, not a Facebook comment or a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a sad face. Go ahead.
No, that's really good.
Okay.
I was
I got you.
like I got you.
I got you, man. I see you. I see you. So so then you're gonna introduce 2 people every day. All right. This is the first thing you do. You're gonna share your connections. Say it. Share your
Connections.
Seriously, guys. Share your connections. Okay. Super valuable. Do you want to be a real estate agent or a resource? How do you get more business? At the bottom of the funnel, if you will, even though we like cycles, or at the top. Okay. So if you are a real estate agent, you are confined to a very large industry, right? Your country is built on home ownership, yes? But as a resource first for your clients, for your prospects, for your people. They don't have to be feared that they're going to be sold, right? And they are going to come to you to all manner of things. And when you give value, the rules of reciprocity say, you get giver's gain, yes? And we give because we want to give, because we have a heart to give, yes? We want to be tactical and strategic too, because if we give everything and we have nothing giving in, our family suffers and we're not giving to them, yes? Okay. So, you give, but you do it tactically, you do it thoughtfully, and you do it consistently, okay? 2 people every day. I've already connected like 10 people today. 2 emails, I was in my networking group at 7 a.m. I connected like a website guy with a marketing guy, I connected a realtor with a client, I connected an you know what I mean, all that stuff. So you're connecting people every day anyway, right? You're connecting your client with your lender, your insurance agent, or whatever. Don't stop there. That's already being done. I'm talking about, oh man, you are big right now on the digital marketing game, and you are really good in that space. Man, I've got a great guy over here that's just building his business up, and he needs that service. Those kinds of things. Don't think real estate. Just think connections. Okay? So you can do that every day. Critical. Share your knowledge with 3 people every day. You're going to pick a few publications to follow. How easy is it to follow publications? You're already following a bajillion, right? So I follow a ton of real estate, family law attorney, financial advisor publications. It takes me about 30 seconds to review headlines. One I like, I click on it, I read, I skim it, and then I forward it to my family law attorney. Forward it to a realtor I think it'd be helpful for, or I want their opinion on it because I'm showing honor to them and asking their feedback. Does that make sense? So for those people on your VIP list and on your top 20, you're going to share your knowledge with those people. It could be a client about something they talked about. It could be a partner. Does that make sense? Share your knowledge. Follow publications and share it. All right? And then B there. This is on 2B under the complete 7 disciplines. When you find something that you're interested in, write. And maybe interesting to someone that you may know, forward it to them. Ask, hey, who would this be relevant to? Think of someone and forward it to them. And then 3, share your compassion with at least 1 person each day. That's the compassion list, right? So we had Simile Zoe on there. We've got other clients on there. We send tea sets, Zen gardens, if people are stressed, all kinds of stuff. But put a compassion list, pull up your contacts and see what notes you have on them and send them an email. You just send them an email, right? Or a thank you card. You saw them get married. How many times do you see some big events in people's lives on Facebook? How many times a day, right? How many times have you wrote a thank you card to those people that you actually like on there, or sent them a separate email, or even a text? How easy? So people go, well, how do I do that? So what you do, this is why the calendar is so critical, or the task list. I like everything on my phone. I don't care how you do it how you do it. But for me, it's super easy. I have a contact list called Compassion List, or I did. Now it's actually all in the CRM. I have it on my calendar. But when I started, it was a Compassion List was on my phone. That was the contact record. And I just wrote what I saw on Facebook, right? And I was like waiting for a lunch or something. I was like, oh, Susie has just got married, or whatever. And I just put that on there. And then the next morning, during my pre-scheduled time, that is 30 minutes blocked on my calendar, that says, do the 7 habits, right? That's when I just pull it up. Does that make sense? So it doesn't have to be out of the business that you're doing. You just start your day right. You know if you've done this, this is prospecting, okay? Okay. So you're gonna do that, you're gonna pull up the contact, you're gonna send them an email. Super easy. And then direct outreach, and we'll end on this. You want to direct outreach to at least 1 person from your list of 20. I'm going to go into this in detail. Well, we do not know these people, but if we do, they could have a positive effect on your business. So your VIPs are people you already have a relationship with that you're a raving fan of. Yes? Direct outreach are people you do not have a relationship with. Could be small or big, but you know if you did get a relationship, man, they can make a difference for you, right? Okay. So, they may not actually be clients, but they could be, but they can get us business or bring us in front of clients. They may have given you business at some point, but you're not in a partnership with them. Okay? So, that is the next page we're going to reference back, but this is the top 20 direct outreach list. Okay? So this top 20 list, you are going to write these people down. I put Michael Ford and Bob Bodine and actually Jerry Jones. I haven't been successful with that one yet. But I put a ton of people on this list. Is this my warning? This is my warning. That's what happens when you go on stage. And you're going over.
1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute. So the point of this is, and the notes there are, think big, okay? And the HR consultants are great. Family law attorneys are great. Those kind of people that are doing business, put them on that list, right? Share your knowledge with them. Here's the best one. Here's the easiest laydown. This is the last tip. This is free for you guys today, and it will totally change your business, and it's a lot of fun too. Anybody you know, any business owner, anyone that's in any kind of influence in your world that has written a book, I don't care how small it is or plans to write a book, is the easiest low-hanging fruit. Why is that? What does every author want? They want publishing, but what do they want after it's published? And they're like, hey, I'm releasing this book.
I read it.
Read it and reviewed it. When you review it, it escalates on Amazon. The more reviews, the quicker the reviews, the higher they're ranked. I do this all the time. I see it on Facebook. I don't actually look at Facebook. My assistant looks at Facebook. I don't do it anymore. So that's just me. People love Facebook. Great. Do what you're passionate about. So the books, every time we see a book come up, they're going to do it. Hey, awesome. We're going to buy that book, and as soon as we do it, we're going to read it and review it. And then in 30 days, we set a reminder: get the book, read it, and review it. The impact that makes on people. I've gotten people that charge $12,000 to come speak for free because I reviewed a stinking book. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I put that value in front of you guys. That's how I've gotten some of the people that are big level people that have spoke. That's how I got a relationship with Michael Mayer, actually, on that. I read and reviewed his book.
Is that John's brother?
John, no, very funny. A real estate agent out in Kentucky or whatever, Kansas. So they wrote 7 habits or the 7 levels of communication, right? So that's it. Okay. You see how it's tactical? Do you think this is something that you could do? Okay. The last thing, and we're going 30 seconds, buddy, just so you know. These
It's
are just
for you, it's not for me. You said you wanted to leave on time.
I do appreciate that. This is a list of cheesy gift ideas, other gift ideas. This, if you flip over those pages, the next one is one type of an all about you form. How many of you guys do some kind of intake or all about you form for every client that you meet? That asks, their birthdays, their hobbies, their anniversaries, all that stuff. So this is a way to do that. Now, if you use us, just so you know, we get an all about you form and we just send it to you. It just makes your gift set closing better, but it's a way to get very specific in all your loving and all your drop-bys and stuff. This is an example, but I encourage you all to have an all about you form that your clients fill out as a part of your process, that you can love on them thoughtfully. It saves you money and it makes a bigger impact. Super simple. And the last thing is the yearly annual appreciation plan. You guys are really good at this. This is a plan from Michael Mayer, but it's just his schedule and exactly how he does all of his big client events, right? Whether it's pies or whether it's Arbor Day or small stuff or big stuff. Cool? Okay. Was this helpful?
Very.
Was this valuable use of your time?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the valuable for me then is, I know you've got your boy Brandon, Jason, Brandon. It's great. We don't like to steal business. We have different value. We have different value for different things. We are a very big resource for our realtors. We help you grow your business, make it more profitable, convert, get referrals, market to them, all that for you, and we're a good teammate. Actually, we're a damn good teammate. And we want to be a good teammate for you, if it makes sense. Fair? All right. So if it's valuable, then let me call you. We'll go to coffee. We'll see if it makes sense to go further. Deal? Perfect. Awesome. Anything else?
No, you did a really, really good job. You shared openly. One of the big things that struck me is, and I still hold on to it, was the honesty in which it was one of the events you were at for DFW Mastermind, and you got up in front of the group and you shared some important stuff, some hard times you had went through and what you did, and I'm sure you remember that.
Oh yeah.
And that was a big thing for you.
Right, yeah.
And I remember it. So that type of thing was like, hey, this is a guy that's solid, he does A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And that was important to me because you showed the underside.
Well, I appreciate that. And by the way, that is another way you show compassion. Yeah. It's called the sharing through the generosity of your scars. Because everybody's got scars, but when you can share yours, you're leading people. And desperately right now, we need leadership. And that's how you do it. Good stuff. Well, I'm glad, man, this is great for me. Thank you so much, Mike.
Andy, can we keep 4 of these for the girls? Oh, I guess we can make copies if you want.
I got them. I made them for you. It's just for
Okay.
you. So, yeah, of course you made them.
Graduation day for a lot of people.
That's right,
All
yeah.
types of stuff.
Mike did that on purpose. He's like, yeah, let me do that. All right, good stuff, guys. Well, I got to roll. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andy.
Good job.
All right, sounds good.
Well, could you hit stop on that, please?